Hello friends, welcome to ProTalent IAS Academy, and here on this 9th February editorial discussion part, we are talking about Bangladesh falling into absolute power. So here we are going to understand the backdrop of current problem of Bangladesh. Okay, so the problem is this. The news item was that there was a sentencing of former Bangladesh Prime Minister and Bangladesh Nationalist Party leader Khaleda Zia to 5-year jail term on the charges of corruption. If BNP leader is not allowed to participate in the general election which is going to come in the month of December this year, and let's say if their party boycotts the poll like it did in 2013, then Hasina, that's the current Prime Minister of Bangladesh, and her Awami League will accumulate absolute power, and possibly Bangladesh will become, you can say, stateless democratic. And so that way it turns out to be, you can say, this problem. So what is the scenario of the character called Khaleda Zia and this Sheikh Hasina? Let's understand that. Both of them come from a background where their parents have fought wars for Bangladesh. Okay. So let's talk about the background of Khaleda Zia first. Zia is a 72-year-old and Hasina is a 70-year-old. Both of them are called battling Begums, and because they are fighting for quite long time. In 1991, when Khaleda became the first female Prime Minister and the office was largely swung back and forth between these two varying women. So kabhi Khaleda Zia, kabhi Hasina. So that's how the scenario is taking place. So Sheikh Hasina is the daughter of Mujibur Rahman, who led the country's independence, we can say war, from Pakistan in December 1971. He was assassinated in a military coup in 1975 along with most of his family members, and the only surviving one was Hasina. While Khaleda is a leader of opposition, is the wife of Ziaur Rahman, who was an army officer. He was also country's first military dictator. He became dictator between 77 to 81 and before he was assassinated. So, Sheikh Hasina was the daughter of Mujibur Rahman. Mujibur Rahman was a freedom fighter for Pakistan and he was assassinated in 1975. And the Hasina was the only surviving lady. And obviously she was a, you can say, small girl at that point in time. While Khaleda was basically the wife of Ziaur Rahman, he was an army officer. He was assassinated. You can say he was a president between 1977 to 81. Okay. So that is how this scenario is. According to report in Economist, both Mujibur and Rahman grew dictatorial in power and had resorted to violence to settle their problems. And this tendency has been transferred to both of them. एक daughter है और एक wife है और दोनों लड़ाइयाँ कर रही है. Now, the point is this defeat, इनके बीच की जो लड़ाइयाँ है उसमें जो हारता है, ठीक है, वो अच्छी बात है compared to the despotic rule which it may bring to the Bangladesh. So the fact remains, Hasina's reputation at home has rapidly deteriorated from the brave, courageous woman who returned home despite the fact that entire family was killed. Again, the nation was still very young and it was just born out of the bloody war, but still her reputation is not going good. But in the past 5 years, during her second term as a prime minister, the Bangladeshis are angry that she has seemingly condoned nepotism, corruption and faction fighting, and this has contributed to her growing unpopularity. ठीक है, कंडोन करना मतलब एक तरीके से ओवरलुक करना, नेपोटिज्म को ओवरलुक किया, करप्शन को ओवरलुक किया, faction fighting को ओवरलुक किया, and therefore people are not happy. She believes that BNP is a hand in glove with Jamaat-e-Islami, several of whose members once colluded with enemy Pakistan in the liberation war. ठीक है, and इसमें से कुछ argument सही भी है. ठीक है, so for a prime minister to be seen at stake her country's future at the altar of it can only diminish her reputation. And not only diminish her reputation, but also drag her country down. So Bangladesh के नजरिए से, if we talk about this is a bad idea. Hasina should not create trouble to, you can say, this Khaleda Begum, because thereby Bangladesh is getting into a despotic rule which is not coming up as a kind of democratic environment. To run, you can say, Bangladesh in a longer run in a positive and democratic manner is in the interest of Bangladesh future. So this is where the issue is. So I hope this is very clear for you to understand about this Bangladesh problem. Thank you very much for watching this, and do not forget to subscribe our channel. All the best.